Hi, I'm Dr. Hafiz Rahman, Chairman of Sunrise Group of Hospitals. Healthcare, as all of you know, is a very important and very prime part of any budget for a government, whether it be the central or the state. We have certain expectations from our elected government, whether it be central or state, and one of the most important thing is what we are seeing is there are a lot of social schemes which are being announced by the government, both state and the central. There are social schemes which are announced like the Ayushman Bharat, and in different states many schemes are announced. So, but the problem with these social schemes is that the payment doesn't come the social scheme that easily as it has to be. So this creates a lot of issues for the actual poor people. So proper budgeting has to be done to cater to the social scheme, because this social scheme is being availed by the poor and not the poor and needy, and not the rich and middle class. So it should be carefully charted, and the budgeting has to be done properly for this social scheme. As a country, India is not, from the government, the expectation of the population is not really for a very high-end healthcare facilities like liver transplant, cardiac transplant, or major surgical procedures and things like that. What we need in the public is basically the primary and secondary healthcare has to be proper, and the budgeting has to focus mostly on to the primary and secondary healthcare. India still being a developing nation, this I feel is something which the government has to focus, because that will cater to a large group of population who are needed, rather than investing a lot in the treasury and the government healthcare in the country, in the government sector. Primary is something which has to be really focused in the healthcare. So these are the certain changes which we expect in the budgeting. Now, enough budgeting has to be given for healthcare education, whether it be the proper healthcare education of bringing in enough doctors in the country, or the healthcare education to the public also, which is very, very needy. Unless the public is properly educated in healthcare, it will be very difficult for the government to get into the proper primary and secondary healthcare needs of the public. So in India, especially in some of the states, maybe it's good in Kerala, but some of the other states, this is a very big need, and proper budgeting has to be made for these kind of programs and things like that. With this, all my blessings and all my good wishes to the SICCI, which is the Southern India Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you so much, SICCI.